For the first time ever, SABCS featured a spotlight session on molecular and functional imaging, which is led by Komen scholar and leader in the field, Dr. David Mankoff. We asked Dr. Mankoff to explain what this is and why is imaging such an important topic.
I've got to start by saying, as a molecular imager, I'm so proud to have a spotlight section devoted to molecular and functional imaging. Um, this is probably different from what many people are used to, where you think of imaging as something like a mammogram or a CT scan, and you're looking at structures and you're looking for abnormal shape and density. In functional molecular imaging, you're actually imaging, in many ways, the in vivo biology of the tumor. And you're looking at features such as its blood flow and perfusion, for example, by MRI. And you're also looking at its molecular features such as glucose consumption, the expression of targets such as ER, estrogen receptor, and HER2. And so it's a technique that is not so much about looking for structures, but looking for in vivo biology and biochemistry.
We asked Dr. Mankoff how molecular and functional imaging can benefit patients. He told us how molecular and functional imaging has the power to give answers about treatment response earlier than simply waiting for progression on a scan.
So I want to make a point about the ability to use molecular imaging to make an early assessment of response. Number one, if the treatment is not the right treatment and not working, and you can find that out in 3 weeks rather than 3 months, that's great. The other thing is, in many cases, people are nervous about having the disease progress, and knowing as early as 3 or 4 weeks that you're at least not resistant at that point, and can come back to that over the course of treatment, gives oncologists a new tool to allow them to continue effective treatments, even if it's not eradicating the cancer, but at least controlling its growth before having to switch. And with metastatic breast cancer, it's a long game. You want to use every treatment that's effective as long as you can. And these tools not only tell you which ones aren't effective early on, but can really give people confidence to know how long to use a treatment and perhaps when to switch.
Researchers and staff members at Komen also had their own opportunity to present their work at SABCS, including Komen's very own Dr. Jerome Jourquin. Dr. Jourquin is leading an exciting new research initiative based out of Susan G. Komen called ShareForCures, an innovative new breast cancer registry that is planning to compile data from thousands of patients across the United States in an effort to help researchers answer critical questions in breast cancer through the power of big data. We stopped by Dr. Jourquin's poster to learn more about ShareForCures.
So the work I'm presenting is about ShareForCures. This is the breast cancer research registry that we launched this summer at Komen. This is the first ever. We've never done that before. And it's really the idea of bringing people directly into research. So we're asking people on the street to basically join us in the effort and share their data so we can really boost the research. Boost the research that people are doing in breast cancer, like being able to answer questions that scientists need more data to be able to figure out why people are recurring through breast cancer, why people are still dying of breast cancer, all of those questions that we need more data for. I mean, the list is endless. So, like we are thinking a lot about metastatic breast cancer. All the, not just, how to cure the disease, I mean, obviously we want to do that, but also how to improve the quality of life of patients. This is, again, based on data that we're going to collect, not just, what the treatment outcomes have been, also what is the experience throughout the journey, what is the experience now out of treatment of breast cancer survivors. Is there anything that we need to learn to make their life much better than it is currently?
Dr. Jourquin also explained the importance of being at SABCS and spreading the word about ShareForCures.
It is very important because if we walk in our little silos, if we don't tell anybody that we're doing it, we're not creating the movement that we need, which is really to connect the patients where they are, where they live, to the researcher, which is really why we're here. We want the researcher to know that this is coming online, that we are collecting the data that they need to bring ready questions to fruition and make sure that the next breakthrough is unparalleled by data. Not just, what is happening right now in clinical trials, which is we have a very few number of people who are being, who are able to get in clinical trials that the data are used for the next treatment. With this type of approach, is anybody anywhere in the US will be able to collaborate with researchers to bring their data, to bring what makes them different, what makes them respond to treatment or not respond to treatment. And that is critical as to why we're here.
To learn more about ShareForCures or to sign up yourself, check out the link in our description.